Alright, what's up guys? In this video we're going to be sourcing some books like we always do, or I guess media like we always do. Like I said on the previous few videos, I've been using, I started Joji Davenport's 808 class, and I've been using his criteria for the Keep It deals and the Keep It product finder, just to kind of see like if that is this good, are these good criterias. And so far they've been amazing. I'm not gonna lie, they've been. I went from finding, I found a book every day, but it wasn't like I was maxing out my buys every day. With this, I have to literally stop myself from buying too many books because or media because I find them constantly. Um, each of the criteria is really good. I'm not going to go over the criteria and how Joji has set them up or anything. Don't want to take away from his course or anything. If you want to get the same criteria, then check out his course. I'll probably be doing a review on his course here soon. Still have a few more videos to watch. There's a lot of it like I've been doing this. I'm on my third year of doing Amazon, and a lot of his starting Keepa, he's got like a beginners section, and he's got like a advanced, and a lot of the beginner stuff I already knew, so I'd kind of been skipping those. And there's a couple others that I've been skipping as well. The whole reason I found Joji was through Profit First, the book. I read that book, and then because I was having some profit issues, and I was having some issues with paying myself. So I read that book, and it's a great book. If anybody's wondering, you should definitely read it. I do have a review on this channel if you want to check that out. But I'd read that book, and then I was like, how does Amazon sellers apply this? So looked it up on YouTube, and lo and behold, he was the first video, and his videos have definitely helped me out tremendously. Because I've ever since then I've been binge watching his videos, and I've watched about like 3 months worth of videos before I started the course. So I had a general idea of what was going on, but the depth at which he goes into Keepa is insane. Like it's definitely worth it. A lot of the questions I've gotten is like, can I just learn everything in the course on his YouTube videos? In which even he says, like, yeah, you can learn, and make money by just watching his videos. Like he's not hiding that fact whatsoever. But the amount of detail that he goes into won't entertain somebody, like YouTube videos, like, yes, they're educational. Yes, they, provide all the knowledge that you could need to start a side hustle or anything, but they don't go into detail with things because you'll bore your audience. The whole idea of YouTube, like I'm sure this video, it's not very exciting. It's not, it's for the people who want to learn this process. They don't want to sit here and listen to me just talk. They want to see how I find books. Well, he's the same way. Whenever he's making a YouTube video, he's there to teach, but he's also there to entertain. So the amount of detail that you need to go into to learn all of Keepa's nuances, you would just bore your audience, and they would click off your video, and you wouldn't have any retention. So he in his course, he goes into great detail because it's for teaching. It's for someone who paid money to learn this process. And so in my opinion, I think I'm already going through the review right now. I just realized. But in my opinion, I think it's a definitely a great buy if you're wondering if he's already went over everything in his YouTube videos, which even he says he has gone over a lot, but definitely not everything. And in those little small details is where the money is worth it. because this keeper graph it's a powerful tool, but only if you know how to use it, and only if you can look at something and be like, yes, that's a buy in less than 10 seconds. You know, it needs to be that automatic. Shoot, I'm sure he does it less, but for me, I got to look at the data a little bit more, see everything, make sure I know what I'm doing. But at the same time, you kind of have to be quick because this is a competition. Like, this isn't you're not the lone fish in this. There's other people in this world that are taking advantage of these same deals. So if you don't jump on it right away, you will lose out on the buy. And that's happened to me so many times where I'm sitting there, I'm analyzing it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is a great buy. And then I go to add it to the cart, and it's like, nope, sorry. So someone had bought it while I was sitting there analyzing it, and it's like, man, could have had a great buy, but I took too long analyzing. But that's the name of the game, though. This one, and Amazon did a little switch up on me. Now the deal's no longer here; it's over here. I got Amazon's always changing crap. Let's see, 27 looks like the lowest, I think. Let's see here. Start explaining what I'm looking at now instead of going over what I'm doing. So this would have been a great buy if it was under 20. Obviously, I could buy this book and I could probably make money on it, especially since, let's see how many prim offers there are. It's one at 183. Let's see. Go away. Let's start it. Honey. There we go. So I think this one's got the buy box 48.20. Is that right? Yeah, 48.20. So I could probably make some money on this, but I'm not. I want 100% ROI. That's why I'm saying no to the $27 buy price. If it was like I could sell this right here at the 80 mark, 100 mark, then yeah, every day, all day, buying at 27. But right now it's a little low with this 48. 68 wouldn't be bad. I'd be close to doubling my money right there, but 48 is really low. And that could definitely change. I mean, I'm only looking at the year, and it's sold quite a few times, but I'm still gonna pass on it. Once I have some money where I'm like, man, I need to spend all this money, I gotta go. That's whenever I'll start buying those type of lower ROI books. But right now, I'm looking for the heavy hitters. I want to double my money. How fast can I double my money is my question whenever I'm looking at this stuff. And with books, sometimes it takes a while. It might take a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it most of the time. If you're doubling your money, yeah, it's definitely worth it to wait a little bit. A lot of the concerns I've heard are like your, what do you call that, storage fees and stuff like that, and which is valid, especially during Christmas time. The storage fees kind of ramp up. They but the thing is I looked at the metrics, and it went from, I was storing books for 2 cents a month, and then during Christmas time it jumped up to 7 cents a month per book. And it's like, if you really look at that, if you're selling it for 100% ROI, you spend, let's just make it simple, you spend $20 and you're going to sell it for 45, 50. I don't know what you would, can't think of the Amazon fees, but you're making $20 and you end up spending, it sits in there and you end up spending like a dollar. It sits in there so long, so many months, that 2 and 7 cents adds up to a dollar. So you made, instead of making 20, you made 19. Like, it's still worth it. That's still a great return. Oh, this one might be interesting. I don't like this space. It got it all weird now. Oh, think some. Oh no, it's right here. 1042. Acceptable, and 86% positive. Unless it's a Goodwill or a HPB, I think. Unless it's one of those big old conglomerates, I'm not going with acceptable. Those big conglomerate companies will sometimes under condition their books. They'll say it's acceptable, but it's actually good. Some people go for those acceptables. I've gone for those acceptables before, and it's worked out. But I've also gone with those acceptables, and it's really not worked out. And I'll send in acceptables sometimes, but if it's like messed up, got a book that was the whole book was bent. The whole book was like it was so bad. Like if you were to put that on a bookshelf, it would stick out like a sore thumb. So I was just like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I think we should move on to the next criteria. These two are pretty dang similar, except for the 3 millions. Like, I'm looking for rank of up to 3 million. Here it's up to 2 million, so it's a little slower moving stuff. But sometimes rank means nothing. You can look at a book and it'll have 3 million rank, and it have sold like once an entire year, but it was fairly recent. Then other times you can look at a 3 million rank and it's sold like a ton throughout the whole year, and then it's been out of stock, the last month or two or whatever, however long it takes to get up to 3 million. So you kind of have to look at the past historical sales data, past historical price data to kind of determine what you're really looking for, or looking at, I guess. Look at this one. Sleeping Beauty. Man, I can't get used to this new setup that Amazon's got. I know I will. I'll be used to it by next week, probably. 29? No, too much. We're getting up there in the 20s, 30s. I need to see that the book is selling for 100, 80, 100, something up there. I like those books that are sub $10. They're like, if you sell them for $30, you'll still make some good money. I like those books. Then of course you end up selling them for like 60, 70, and you're like, yes. Come on, Gina, let me know. Yesterday I didn't have much luck in the morning, but then I just kept searching throughout the day whenever I had time, and I eventually ended up buying like 10 different products. Went over my spend. That's how this goes. Like recently, because like this is time sensitive type of game. Like I could search right now for 2 hours, and I'll find a book or two. I've already found one before I started recording, and then I was like, oh man, I need to be recording this. But like you can spend 2 hours not find nothing. Take a break, come back after you eat, take a break, and then you'll hop on it and you'll find like 10 great deals, in a row, and you're like, oh man, it's never the same. Oh, speaking of that, I need to get over here to flip mine, start my refresh. Been finding quite a few flip mine deals as well. What's this one? This bunny book here. We need to calm this down a little bit. It's a no. Let's see. Foundation designs. I hate that whenever it changes the cover. It's like, what is the right cover? I haven't had anybody do a return specifically saying it was because it was the wrong cover, but I'm sure it happens. Biomechanical engineering. Coming up on January, so I'm sure that these are textbooks that'll start popping off here soon. See, like this book looks like it did sell for $69 maybe once, 43 once, 28, 21. Like I wouldn't go for these just because it seems like this price is inflated, and on top of that, oh no, there is no new versions. So I mean, you probably could make some money with this. Just the median price is below $25, up to 25. So I'm gonna say no, thank you. Bendit. $54.70. And see, I found through one of Joji's videos, found this little refresh deal, because with FlipMine, what I've kind of understood is it's more about timing than Keepa is, because everybody's using FlipMine the same way. Not everybody's using Keepa the same way though, and so once you set up your criteria and stuff, it's best to not like spend a lot of time, maybe 5-10 minutes searching through these books, because you can see the time that it's been uploaded, and it's 11:14. So if someone hasn't picked it up, by now, it probably isn't a great deal. You just kind of have to look at those and make the decision on that. Oh, and I was explaining this. One of Joji's videos was like, you want to download this refresher. That way it's constantly refreshing. That way, whenever you come over to check out FlipMine, you don't have to refresh every time. You just have to see, be searching over here and then click over here and then look, see if there's anything available. If not, move on. And I've been having good success lately with FlipMine. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to justify the price of it per month. For me, at least, I'm trying to cut back on my expenses and understand my expenses a little more. And I think it's like $49 a month, something like that. 40 a month. I can't remember exactly, but it's up there compared to the other tools and stuff. And I'm just like, it's tough to say for sure. This is $12.60. Is it $12.60 plus shipping? So if it's $12.60 not plus shipping, Yeah, plus shipping. Uh-oh. We gotta keep alert. See what we got here. Man, I've been getting this book a lot. I haven't been going for this book because, as you can see up here, I've already purchased it back in September. So literally September, October, November, December, 3 months ago, I've purchased this book and it hasn't sold yet. So I'm kind of like holding out on it. I think it might be more of a seasonal, like, no, not even a seasonal thing. The price just might have dropped and may not. I mean, it holds its value up there pretty high, so it could come back down. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not going to buy any more right now. I'm going to wait on that one. Let's see. Spiritual house cleaning. Oh, it's good. I want to get a new mic because holding this thing, if I put it down here, like where I'm supposed to be doing it, you can barely hear me. So I got to hold up here and talk to it. One of these days I'll get something different. Let's see here. Let's move on to let's check out movies. Been having success with movies lately. Ooh, this one might be promising. I like the graph. I like to keep a graph. $269, so I'd probably get it $668 with shipping. Probably from that awesome books store. But let's see, 31. Are we getting sales with the used? Looks like back here at 20, and then right here at 22. So yeah, no. So like what I'm looking at is, so as you can see, there are sales rank drops, and so that like looks enticing. It's like, okay, it's getting sales. But you can also see up here at the top, it's got the pink line, which is the buy box, and the blue line, which is the new offer count, or not new offer count, new offer price. So you can see that the buy box is up here at 31. So you would think like, oh, okay, we get it probably at 27, which at 668 buy price, that's, we're probably doubling our money right there. But with the new price being down here, I'm like, okay, all right, is these sales rank drops, are they used or are they new? So I come down here and I see that it's staying steady, like the used with this black line here, it's staying steady. There's no like dips or nothing, or it doesn't go away. So that tells me that this one seller that has it at this price at 27 looks like they kind of stay around the 27, 26, up there at 30, even 31. That seller isn't selling out. He's not getting sales. The seller that popped on here and said, you know what, I'm going to sell it at 22, they got this sale right here. Most likely. There's not like a sales rank drop, but sometimes Keepa doesn't always show you the sales rank drops. It kind of misses them. But this one for sure, you see the sales rank drop, and you see that it dropped from 26 down to 20. Then there's a sales rank drop, and then obviously it went from 2 offer counts to 1. So that tells me that the person got the sell at $20. And if I can get it at $668 and I sell it for 20. See, it's not quite what I want. I'm not gonna spend $6 to make 3. In theory, that's great. It is good. I'm not saying it isn't. Like especially with some traditional OA products, making 49% ROI and 16% margin, like that's massive, you know. But for books, I want 100%. I'm wanting a little better than that for now. Like I said, once I'm just like, man, I need to spend a ton of money, then it'll change. But where I'm at right now, I need to be spending my money on the good stuff. Let's see here. Oh, Bill Nye the Science Guy. It's crazy the things you'll find whenever you're searching through all this stuff. This one looks bad. Doesn't look bad at all. Far from home. 269. So another I can get it 668 again. Probably the same seller. Hasn't sold in the last 3 months. There was one sell right here. May have been used because it looks like the other coming up. I don't know. 26. Probably be making more money back there. I'm not going to go for this one, but I just want to see. Was it 26? 26, 27, 25. We'll say 26 to go in the middle. So yeah, you'll make 100% ROI if you sold that, but it's not something I'm going to go for. Just looking off of that. Then, like, say there was more, sales rank drops and you wanted to look into it, I would come in here, and probably the first thing I'll do is see what the prime offers are. The prim de la prim, there are no prims. So, like, this honestly wouldn't be a bad buy. But it just doesn't sell very often whatsoever. Looks like I got a few back here in January 24. And then, I don't know. I'm just going to pass on it mainly because of the new buy box. It's kind of, I'm going to be competing for that. Looks like it's dropping down here at $19 sometimes. So yeah, not something I want to be fighting for. Top over here, flip mine, see if there's anything new. Sound of impact. It's like 10.19, so that's not looking promising. I always like to look at the lowest offer, and yeah, it looks like it's all down here. The flip mine grabs information from up here, like the 60 for the buy box, and you're not going to be able to get the gap that big if you wanted to do a buy box gap. I'm not going to say you're not going to get that. I guarantee there's going to be some people that's like, screw it. Yeah, this is the price. I'll buy it. But it's definitely different. Let's see here. Organizational behavior. Make sure I'm eligible to sell this even. Come on, green. No, I'm not eligible. So this is the first one that I've come across that popped up like this, I'm pretty sure. First thing I do, especially with textbooks, is just see if I'm eligible to sell it. Marvel's another one. DC, I'm not eligible to sell those. So you always want to look. I have SellerAmp. I love this tool. It just has everything I need in one spot. The profit calculator, the sales per month, BSR, and then this one's massive. Are you eligible to sell it or not? And on top of that, you can come down here and manual ungate. A lot of these books, they don't even accept. Yeah, look, we are not accepting applications to sell. So a lot of the textbooks aren't even going to give you a chance to apply to sell them. So with textbooks, I don't even look into it. I'll see that I'm not eligible, and I'm like, chalk it up as a loss and move on. But if it's like a traditional OA product, I'll definitely try, especially now that I've been selling for a few years. I can get manually ungated most of the time. But then there are those times where they want purchase orders and invoices and stuff. And most of the time, whenever that happens, I kind of move on. I used to go to someone's site, like Lego, for example. Like, I got engaged with them by going to their actual website and just ordering 10 little small keychains. I think it cost me like $20 to in all, and I got engaged in Lego. But I never once sold any Lego. That's Lego's like, it seems like a whole nother, like, I don't know, community to get into, and I don't know. There's definitely tons of money to be made there, but I just never really dove real deep into it. Books have been my success. Like, that's where I make my success for sure. I understand books. But today I'm not finding nothing. And it doesn't want to load. There we go. Yeah. And I feel like once you get used to just seeing one keepograph and how they look, with like books or Lego or this and that, it's almost automatic. You don't even have to think about it anymore. You just kind of look at the graph and be like, oh, yes, oh, nope, not a chance, But that's about it for today, guys. I don't want to make this video an hour long or anything. Thanks for watching, and we'll probably catch you on the next one. Later.